ass, hit that like button, you guys. We're back on the grind because we're back to normal. We're back to the rutina. We're back to the programa. You already know what it is. Let's go through some formalities, though. Gracias all the day oneers. Everyone inside the members only. I appreciate the members only, the backbone of the community. We're just coming off of Mexican Independence Day sparring. That's where the Chicanos con with the most huevos pulled up, man. I got a newfound respect for every single one of the people that pulled up to throw chingazos in that ring. It is no easy task, I'll tell you that. And then again, the whole point was to prove to the people there are people on the net that are just not gonna talk, but they're gonna pull up and they're gonna do something, right? And again, in a boxing scene, a boxing setting, you put gloves on, handle business. That's how we should do it. We should be an example over to the youngsters. Raider Tommy, I see you. Everlasting Base, I appreciate you guys, man. And so let's go ahead and give the whole behind the scenes. The whole behind the scenes. We're not holding nothing back. So if you're watching live right now, you're catching it live. If you're watching on the replay, I'm going to give you the entire behind the scenes. And I'm also in this video going to give you my thoughts, my analysis on the rounds. Maybe at the end, we'll get into the Canelo Crawford thing because it's still buzzing. It's still trending. That's trending, like Charlie Kirk and a lot of other things are still trending. And we talk about trending things right here, right? We do got to fire up the studio, but we'll be back on Chicano Street, I think on the 24th. All right? But anyways, your boy got to heal up. Your boy is banged up. When you throw chingazos, I was telling the wife on the way home, my heart didn't stop beating for like 30 minutes. That's all the adrenaline because you're you're not pity patting. You're throwing real chingazos, right? And maybe we'll get into a little bit of cheeseman. You guys send me clips. This guy, that guy, that guy. Hey, to each his own. I told the raza already. I told you. No one is ever going to talk shit and hate on you that's in a position above you or in a position that you want to be in. There's nothing there at all. It's just the net bangers. It's just the Twitter fingers. But it's okay. It's okay. You make a video, that's fine, or whatever, right? That's fine, right? That's cool. Just don't get too fucking consumed with this social media thing. That's where people's heads start getting brainwashed. They start going postal, grabbing cuetes and doing things because their whole life is based on this computer land. Don't forget to log off of computer land every once in a while, okay? And get it to reality, cabrones, where the real shit goes down. All right, Mexican Independence Day. We pulled up to San Dimas. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought San Dimas was by the border. when I looked at the hotel, right? A couple recommendations because I wanted one with a really nice pool. When I looked at San Dimas, I was like, isn't that by San Isidro? Isn't that by the border? But I don't know what it was, but no, it's not. San Dimas is a city inside of the 909. So we pulled up over there about 5 o'clock, okay? The wifey went with her friend. Shout out to the beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife. Shout out to the ladies that came out to open sparring too, man. All the ladies there respectfully, of course, always respectfully, because they were coming up to the wifey. And they were like, is that those are the confident women. They're very sure of themselves. They're confident women because they compliment another confident woman. So shout out to all the ladies that were there. Loca, okay? Miss Ellie, Nayeli, of course. And then shout out to Ed as well. It wasn't hard for me to remember your name, carnal, because you had the same name as Cholo Trucker. So it was going to be easy. But shout out to Proper Frenchies. And I can go on and on, man. The list was long of everyone that was there. But so the wifey went with her friend in Fontana. So the wifey was in Fontana, and which is only 20 minutes away. I pulled up to San Dimas, okay? I was at a place in San Dimas chilling. And I was hungry as hell because all I had, and I wasn't even trying to cut weight. I could have been eating anything because I didn't have to lose weight for nothing. This is not no kind of sanctioned, formal kind of thing, right? So I pull up to San Dimas. I'm hungry as hell. I got to go pick up the poster. And I talked to, when the wifey took off, I checked in. And when I went down the street, the poster was only 16 minutes away. As I'm walking to the poster, there's a Starbucks right there. And so I'm still dieting. I wasn't going to wait. I wasn't going to eat, mierda until after the fight. That was just going to be a reward. And we're going to hit an in and out. Just to let you know, when I mean mierda, I mean I'm gonna go eat something good. You know what I mean? Um, so I went to the Starbucks. Mile High Hustle called me. Shout out to Mile High Hustle, the heavyweight pro am champ, cabrón, who throws boulders. I mean, Mile High Hustle. When they're punching each other, him and Snowman, that thing looked like they are throwing heat. It's one thing to maybe see it on the internet, but it's another thing to see chingazos in person when you got two 260-pound heavyweights throwing boulders, okay, at each other. I mean, serio pedo, right? So, and that would have been a hard one to judge, man. I'm bouncing around now. I'll give you the whole behind the scenes. Hold on. But that one would have been a hard one to judge, man, just because Snowman was letting his hands go. Okay, so okay, obviously he's in the fight, letting his hands go, and Mile High very calculated, letting his hands go, but more calculated, letting his hands go. Philly shelling, dodging shots, like just like his. You can hear the wind. No, what you could really hear is the leather flying. Anyways, let's the whole recap. I'm gonna bounce around, but at least if you guys are listening on the replay, I'm gonna give you the chronological recap. I pull up the San Dimas. I'm hungry as hell. All I had was the Gary Brecka protein. That's the best shit. If they're not talking about the Power Meal amino protein, they're feeding you guys garbage. What you buy at the GNC is garbage. What you buy at the I can't believe people buy protein at the grocery store. That's garbage. That's gonna make you sit on the toilet in about 10, 15 minutes. Just like when you eat fast food, it makes you sit on the toilet. Why? Because it's garbage. But anyways, all I had was the protein, 2 eggs, the shake obviously has a banana and a milk, right? That's my wake up. Boom, every day. Sauce. So that's 40 grams clean protein, which is derived from like Gary Brecka. He got famous because he explains the fact of how amino acid is basically the transporter of the protein. And if you don't focus on the amino, you taking all the protein in the world ain't gonna mean nothing. Anyways, so I'm at Starbucks. I get 4 eggs, the cheese and the fruit tray, and I already have my pinche agua. I have agua everywhere I go. I drink a gallon. Mile High calls me, hey, how are you doing? What's going on? Where are you at? You know, and I'm like, I'm over here. I'm hungry as hell. I'm about to eat some. The poster is just down the street, and then I gotta go do cryo, bro. I gotta go do cryo. Why? Because I didn't recover from Wednesday, and that's crazy. I went all out on Wednesday too, like it's like like someone stole something from me. But I'm just at 44 years old. I'm not gonna recover fast enough. I'm not. I don't care what you want to say. I mean, that doesn't mean you don't look good. That doesn't mean you can't be in shape at 44. Absolutely not. We got the pinche Department of Health, dude, all todo marcado. He's a Kennedy, who is a trip because they blasted el papá and they blasted el pinche tío del güey. And he still wants to be in there. Chingado, man. Ese güey también tiene huevos, you know. We just got to give credit where credit is due and stop thinking about it like red and blue and gangbanging. Some people just come online and gangbang politics all day. What a fucking buzzkiller, man. So all you got to talk about is the fucking president. Change the subject, eh? It's called life. It's called the fucking summers here. Orale. All right, Mile High, I told him I got to go do cryo, bro. My shoulders are fucking shot. They're like 50% recovered, and my wrists are like 50% recovered from Wednesday's workout, right? It was intense. It was hard. It was trying to fracture ribs, right? Anyways, so I told him I'm gonna go chill, and then I went back. I went to Zendejas, popular place I was in San Dimas. Zendejas, I guess they do the fights there. They do all that stuff there. You know what I mean? And because I saw him have posters over there. So to break the fast, again, I'm still eating clean. It's gonna have to be protein. So give me the molcajete. I don't like shrimp. So as me personally, cabrones, I never like seafood. I don't know why. I think it was moms with the pan frying fish all the time. That's probably what did it. San Antonio, saludos from San Antonio, Texas. I send mine over to Texas, man. There's another pinche Chicano headquarters over there. How much raza and Chicanos are there in Texas? A lot, man. What's up, Warriors Nation? The other day, I wore Timberlands and Nike shorts and a tank top. Oh, yeah, you did that shit like, what's his name? Opus Timberland, the rapper. Yeah. That's right, George. I appreciate you, cabron. I know you tapped in on Saturday. Let's do this. Finish the recap, the behind the scenes. I eat at Starbucks. I get the poster. I go to the hotel. Oh no, I'm sorry. I go to cryo. I do a little short. I'm at cryo. It's negative 256 degrees. Tus huevos are frozen, right? Your huevos are frozen. But it recovers. It rejuvenates the cells. It recovers all torn muscle. So in one session, you'll feel like you haven't worked out in a year. But it's miracles. It's nothing new. Boxing coaches have been throwing their boxers in the lake since the 1920s, maybe 1800s. Who, I don't know. I haven't studied that part of history that much. So I go to cryo. It's cool. The girl there is cool. I give her a tip. I had to give her a tip. You know what I mean? When you tip someone, it's how they remember you. They ain't gonna remember the pinche vato sangrón or the chick that's just mouthing. They don't remember that. They remember people that tip them. Boom, tipped her. Oh, you don't have to. I know I don't have to. But walking out, I'm like, now she's forever gonna think of who the fuck was that dude pulled up in Ray-Bans and a little fucking brocha. That was like a one-off. She's probably thinking, how the fuck is this dude? He looked like an MMA fighter or some shit. Anyways, so then I go back to the hotel. Molcajete's hitting. I'm taking it. I'm kind of holding the molcajete to the side. That fucking shit was dripping. It was like drip all the salsa, right? Because it's like half of the molcajete salsa, and they put the nopal, cheese, the chicken. It was pretty good. It was decent. It was decent. You're never gonna beat Mexico. I don't care if you say it's East Salinas or East LA. You don't get better Mexican food than the country of Mexico. Which, man, after I did that Charlie Kirk short, golly, you should have seen how many people told me I'm not Mexican. I'm like, I'm not Mexican. I'm not. I'm a Mexican national. I'm a Mexican citizen. All right, let's continue.
I found this on the web.
No, not right now, cabrona. Cállate. All right, so I'm feeling good, and I'm trying not to hold my phone because, again, my wrists were real tender, man. 2 days is not enough. Well, it technically would have been 2 days and then the hours of the fight day, right? The Canelo fight day, the 13th. So that would have been more, but that would have done nothing. It was the cryo. So we did cryo. I froze the body, 256 degrees negative. People work out, but people don't give a rat's about recovery, and that's why you don't see no estás marcado. You don't see no definition. You don't see none of that stuff. Okay, and then people are tapping in with me. My phone is blowing up. Boss. I appreciate everyone that showed up to Mexican Independence Day sparring. There at least must have been 50 to 60 people. And that's including everyone around the ring. Okay, around the ring is like 10, 20 people. No, more than 10. Like 20 people around the ring. Because we're going to line them up on 3 sides. We're going to do a baller's row. A baller's row. You know what that is? Is the baller's row. That means the heavy hitters that are betting each round. Feria. Sas. The baller's row was going to be on one side. The side with the wall. Okay? That way they get a good view. But then you can't block the chairs. We had guests, all of them. Everyone RSVP'd with invitations and confirmations. We had guests in the crowd. I just wanted to make sure it fit everyone. So it was a total of about 60 people. Children, I didn't see anyone younger than 12. You know what I mean? Like shout out to Coach Art Garza from G Unit Twins, Cholo Trucker. And we'll talk about it. Hold on. I am going to get to that, cabrones. Shit, I'm breaking it down too slow, huh? I got to hit the gas more. How am I going to get to the Cholo fight? But I'm trying to give you all the details because that's what I do. I'm an open book. I'm transparent. Give you guys all the details. I did pick up the poster. The poster was fucking chingon, man. 20 by 30. Everyone did content by the poster. That poster was lit. That poster could have had its own after party. I'll tell you that, man. That thing was lit. Shout out to the designer, man. Wicked. I want to give a shout out to my boy Wicked, the Watson. Man, shout out to Wicked. You did it, my boy. You did it, man. 2 designs. I like the content creator one because it's a fit, bro. We're all content creators, man. I did this for the content creators that woof online. That's why I did this. But everyone knows that they're just writing checks with their mouth, that they're not gonna cash. And I get the factor of views. I get it. That's why I don't want to talk about Charlie Kirk while everyone's getting their views, because I get it. No, I get. I'm not saying don't get your watch hours and get paid, YouTube. Oh, absolutely not. I don't hate on money, or else it won't flow to me. You know, don't ever hate on money, because once you hate on money, it stops flowing to you. Um, I don't even know how I got there. The poster was badass, chingon, but I put the content creator on because that's what we are, man. And so I wake up in the morning. In the morning, it's all about relaxing and stretching. Every single thing, everything. And that's why I was surprised. I'll get to my knee in a second. I was surprised. But anyways, you stretch everything: shoulders, elbows, knee. It just slowly, very ankles, groin, just real slow, man. I was in the zone vibe. Beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife who's always my sidekick, best partner ever, shouting me out, pumping me up all the time in my corner. Now, you're not gonna believe me when I say this, but this is the first fight she sees in person. It's a little bit more special, cabrones. It's Mexican Independence Day. Um, she's hot as hell. Probably gonna put on a little Mexican outfit. I said, of course you're gonna come, honey. You know, and she's vibing, doing her thing. I'm vibing, doing my thing. Okay, let's check out. Let's go, Coach Mike. Man, Wars, our official sponsor of Content Creator Series of Fighting, is Warzone Boxing Club. Maybe I haven't even put that out there, huh? Or maybe I have already. I don't know. The official sponsor is going to be Warzone Boxing Club, man. They are the host with the most professional, the most organized, the most cleanest. Boxing gyms, are grungy. A lot of them are dungeons that I don't know how the ladies go in there, but shout out to Warzone Boxing Club, our official sponsor of Content Creator Series of Fighting. They just kicked us into another gear with this other successful event that we had. All right, now let's go back to the behind the scenes. Calma, gente. Best partner. Yeah, she was she was on the RV. It's a new camera, Canon. She actually has two R5s. Anthony Reese, look these up on the internet. Cabron, if you want to. You don't have to. Do what you want. But she has two R5s and one R6. Those are three cameras. Those are just three she has. I'm just talking, and then lenses like are another fucking 80 racks, right? Because it's the RF line, not the kit lens line, the high line. Okay, the wifey was actually on Rangefinder magazine. That's the people's magazine of photographers. The wifey's been to WPPI. She got invited to that. That's the best wedding, the best photographers in the world. Get 1,000 of them get invited to a special conference. So imagine you're already up there on stage with the best 1,000 cabrones, and then you win prizes among them in individual categories. So when it comes to photography, let's not say shit. When it comes to photography, let's not say nothing, because the wifey's going to have a monopoly on that, a stranglehold on that all day long. Anything that she posts when it comes to photography is going to run laps around us. It makes us look like amateur rookies, But anyways, that's not toward you, Anthony Reese. Orale. She was trying to do both, just like the main camera guy was doing two things too. I had everyone live, cabron. The main camera guy had Chicano Tube and the GoPro. Now, he only has two arms, so I had to have other people, do what they do as well, man. But shout out to Shots by Rich. I sent all the fighters the main gallery from the wife. They all got it right on her website. Anyways. Okay. Oh, okay. We'll get to that. Hold on. I'm trying to build up to that, man. Shit. Okay, hold on. So it's the morning of the fight. Everything's set up. Everything's ready to go. I'm traveling, so it's portable. You know what I mean? All you need is a little audio, a little video, and we're gonna make it happen. So it's the morning of the fight. The weigh-ins happened the night before. I'm the Canelo one. 168.5. 168.5. The undisputed super middleweight titles on the line that night. But here we are pumping. I'm getting like 30 text messages. I got my cousins. Fuck him up. Dispensa. I got my primos texting me. Okay. I got family texting me. I sent the link out to anyone that wants to watch. You know what I mean? It's Chicano Tube, man. Just so people know, Chicano Tube is a vibe. They ain't gonna tune in no bullshit, okay? Just so everyone knows, when you come in over here, the content's gonna be good. It's gonna be a fucking vibe every time. Now we're putting peleas. And hold on, we're getting to that. With some badass content creators con huevos. We'll talk about that too. Anthony Reese, lies, be the judge. Yeah, you can watch each round and judge it yourself, bro. Like, of course, be a real man. Don't let someone tell you what to do. You know what I mean? Judge it yourself, break it down, or however. I am gonna upload the 4K, but individual rounds. Maybe that's how I'll do it. I think I'm gonna do individual rounds. Just calma, I'm barely getting back in the groove. Plus, I'm sore as hell still. Shit. We'll get to that. And then someone asked about my knee. We'll get to that too. I get to the gym. Coach Mike, who's a professional boxer. Hold on a second. Let's not overlook that fact. Man, all killers, huh? You know what? Us street dudes, not everyone, but us street dudes that, let's say not all of us had major hands, right? Or not all of us are gonna go into a boxing gym and whoop everybody, or that's like a fantasy, okay? Because these dudes are killers, and most of them have been boxing since they were 6, 8 years old. Major hands, clown me and you all day long, right? Not everyone. Some people get offended. Oh, I got major hands, but you didn't contact Mikey. But anyways, Coach Mike opened was there. Coach Fabian. I want to give a shout out to Coach Fabian from Warzone Boxing in Upland. Again, our official sponsors of Content Creator Series of Fighting. Dude just has a great heart, man. That dude is a vibe. I'm like, everyone that works here is a vibe and has a great heart. So we pull up, boom. I got to give a shout out to one of my brothers, a day oneer. I'll just put his IG handle out there. That way, because he was asking me for everyone's IG. Got like, cabron. Who's this IG, that IG? Because you want to tag everyone, you know what I mean? He wanted to tag everyone in the photos, and I said, I get it. Let me just text you all of them. I'll just make them a hashtag, and then boom, and then just use it every time. But anyways, Mike Rivers, shout out to Mike Rivers, grande. I appreciate you, cabron, the behind the scene videos. He's a day oneer, pulls up to the fights, members only, was there, right when I got there. And then another one, Bobby G was already in the parking lot. Boom. So now we're at Warzone. Minimal setup. Chair, tables, backdrop. Yeah, a little red carpet thing. Of course, the audio's professional, DJ shit. Not bring the Bluetooth. And let's get it cracking. Now, one thing I do regret is maybe not stipulating this, and we'll get to the fights right now. Hold on. And then round by round, calmate. I'll give you the whole behind the scenes. Don't you want to know? And then Loca pulls up, and I know you want to hear all that. Okay, so calmate. We pull in there, and the whole thing is a pinchy vibe. It's time to go. I should have stipulated, though, because what did kind of block some of the flow. Like, the flow means don't bother me for nothing. Just let shit happen, okay? The last thing I want you to do, I want to have things is on my mind when I'm going to punch someone. I don't, I don't want to have that going through my mind. I want to be thinking technically. I want to have high energy. And I'm ready to go. I should have stipulated we don't need to wrap our hands like it's either an amateur or a pro fight, because I never wrapped my hands for sparring in all, like, I don't know how many years I fought, like less than 10 years. Less than 10 years I fought. I never wrapped, so we didn't need to do all that, but I get it. You want to make the hands feel like cement blocks. I get it. I feel good with those two. I feel good with those. I feel like I could punch through a wall when they wrap my hands like it's for a fight. But this is sparring. This was supposed to be more fun and entertaining than anything. But I get it. Some people will take it up a level and, fuck that. And I'm going to show them. Plus, we're getting recorded, right? And we're live. I get it. Maybe some people took it more serious, but I should have stipulated all we needed was hand wraps, like in regular sparring. Or am I wrong? My boxing coaches in the comment section, let me know. Am I wrong? My boxing coaches, they know what's up. We don't wrap like that for sparring. We hand wrap. So the Mexican hand wrap is, 3 times around the knuckle. And then that's it. The fingers and wrist. And we're done. So maybe I had to work the camera like another 10, 15 minutes in order for them to get wrapped up. And then, yeah, your hands feel like you got cinder blocks. All right, anyways. That's fast forwarding. Let's go back. Snowman pulls up, boom, and Snowman has a social media team with them. They're shooting everything. They're ready to go. He's shooting everything, portrait, horizontals. They're shooting everything, and it's exactly what I told the gentleman to do. Take advantage, shoot content. Why not? It's content creator series of fighting. Shoot your content. You know what I mean? Stay in the zone, though. Stay in the zone. But again, the dancing is nothing serious to me. It was like, some people said, oh, you're cocky, Mikey. You're cocky. Well, check this out, man. Anyone that ran a fade with me ever, and I'm not saying this to brag or boast or anything, don't take it the wrong way. Anyone that ran a fade with me remembered it. And if they didn't remember it because, hey, maybe they whooped my ass or whatever, because everyone catches L's, they remembered it because that's how we get down. You know, it was always a turning up when it happens. Not all crazy, not unruly, but we're gonna talk some shit. Let's say I didn't grow up around betas. Maybe I should just say that, huh? I didn't grow up around betas. So, yeah, it was kind of minimal joking. I get it. It's still dysfunctional, and it led to the bullshit. But I didn't grow up around betas, so it was more of an alpha thing. And so, even with the L, you know, the personalities there, and but anyways, I'm saying too much already. Snowman pulled up, content creating, boom. Mile High pulled up, content creating, boom. Here comes my brother from another mother, Cholo Trucker, that I've always had major respect for. We'll get to the rounds right now. Hold on. Cálmase, gente, cálmase. And my knee, cálmase. Everyone's pulling up now, and it's a vibe, man. They're pulling out cameras. We got dressing room, restrooms. It's the facilities at Warzone, again, our official sponsor of content creators. They like it too. They like being live online, and then more when you see, people are gonna run it with each other. Now, this wasn't like the fades last year where, someone could be, people that really got beef with each other and want to talk smack and shit and get it cracking. This is more of, hey, we're there to create content. Whoever wants to pull up, pull up. We'll use your little video for like the trailer, and oh yeah, they got beef online, their thumbnails this, or we're gonna keep it entertaining. But at the end of the day, you get in that ring and you throw chingazos, I don't give a shit. You better go over there and shake that man's hands, because he didn't just bitch out. He didn't just say, oh, I'm pulling up because of this or that or whatever it is. It's your reason to not pull up. Okay, so no, you better go shake that man's hands, because it takes balls to get in that ring. Stare at the dude you're going to run the fade with. And then again, personality is just a personality. Some people are quiet. There's Crawfords. And then there's Raleigh Romero's. That's it. You know what I mean? Shit, if I would have had fights on that level, I would have been in a crazy train. My whole life would have revolved around boxing. You know what I mean? This right here was not even a half-ass camp. I'm running once a week, and I'm working out once a week. That was it. But jumping off the couch, well, again, the diet's on. I had a six-pack. I've been having a six-pack for years, and I don't even want it. And some of you cabrones will give anything for a pinche six-pack. And I have a six-pack, and I don't even want it. And the reason I say that is because we're on the keto and carnivore diet. Whole different subject, man. Miss Chicano Tuba could break that down. Everyone's shooting content. Cholo Trucker pulls up with his team, man. He brought his family. He brought, I'm not going to put it all out there, but his familia was there, and that's his team, man. There ain't no one going to go harder for you than your team, man. I'm telling you, Cholo Trucker's just a stand-up dude with a chingo de class, man. He outclasses a lot of us, probably in values and other things, man. You get that vibe when you're with Cholo Trucker. You can't get more stand-up than this guy. This guy is the most stand-up guy, you know what I mean? You just get that when you're with him, around him. That's the energy I get. And he's a Doberman. I had to tell his family after that. I said, this guy is a pinchy Doberman. We'll get to that. Everyone's setting up. Loca gets there. Shout out to Miss Loca, Boyle Heights. Shout out to Proper Frenchies and su esposa también, with all due respect. Ted, shout out to Ted that came through with them as well. I had told him, I said, anyone you guys gonna bring are absolutely good in my book. This is a content creating event. It's look what it's called, content creator. So come and shoot your content, shoot your social media, and enjoy some chingazos, enjoy some fights, right? I gotta start saying the FIGT, or else they might just boom all of a sudden you get a warning, because that's how soft people are now. They can't even talk about things on the internet. But anyways, they're pulling up. It's filling up. Everyone's me quieren saludar, and I'm just like trying to take photos. We're waiting for Gangster Boogie for about maybe 10 minutes. And during that, we're doing all kinds of flicks, photos. Everything was ready to go. I got inside the ring just to feel it out. And I'm like, okay, this is I think we threw down in a 12 by 12 ring. I think, but I want to ask Mile High Hustle. Let me go into the chat right now. I want to ask Mile High Hustle because I think he probably has a better eye. He's been more in the ring lately. Mile High, was that a 12 by 12? That was not the one we got in Salinas, bro, the 20. We have a competition 20 by 20. That's a lot of real estate. That's a lot of... So in a ring that size, a 20 by 20, if you have people inside the ring, they're not going to get in your way, as long as they're not pendejos and just say back up from the action, because there's a lot of real estate in that. Was it held in Salas on Sandboard? No, bro. I actually went on the road to this one. This was held in Snowman's house, which I'm trying to get to that fight way. I'm trying to get it, but I'm just giving you the complete behind the scenes that you don't know because of just it's Chicano tube, me and the wifey checking in the hotel and everything, right? But now I'm at the gym. Let's go back. It's a vibe. Everyone's showing up. Again, just the support and the love is I'm humbled. I'm humbled. That's how we should take it, like that. You know what I mean? It's people showing support. Nowadays, motherfuckers won't even pick up a phone and check on you and see if you're dead and shit. Let alone send you a letter. So it's a lot of love to people that drove out there, man. Some people didn't live down the street in the IE, which we were in the IE, and Snowman pulled up with Fontana in the house deep. I'll tell you that. Snowman's hermanos, more class acts, more individuals, more respect, more stand-up guys. But anyways, we'll get to that. Okay, so now I'm like, Bobby G kicks it off. Boom, let's go. We're here. We're in Upland. Chingazos. Bobby G, of course, comes from the Garcia family. Ryan Garcia. He comes from the boxing family of the Garcia family. If you didn't know, that's Bobby G and his channel Street Pulse Exclusive. Street Pulse Exclusive. Now that's YouTube. IG, it's for sure Street Pulse, and there's a microphone with it's like a black with a teal edge, a teal color edge logo. Just go to my wall. I'm sure he's somewhere on my wall, on my IG. He kicks it off. Let's go. The dude is shooting 1080p. Why am I getting messages? That shit, fucking, I can't see it. It doesn't look good. It's because when you turn it on your pinche teléfonos, your player automatically, no matter if you're using Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, whatever browser you're using, your player defaults automatically YouTube to 360p. 360p. Minimum HD, the smallest version you can ever get of it. Let me give you a video AV lesson. The smallest signal of full HD is 720. You were 2 steps down at least basic HD, because you have to go to the fight, click the settings button, and when you click the settings button, go to resolution, you're gonna see it's on auto or 360, because there's too many videos going up on YouTube. They can't handle all that shit and give you pristine HD video unless you tell it that's how you want to see it. So click on the fights, go to the setting gear button, click resolution. 720 is HD for your phone. If you're going to watch it on a laptop or bigger, then put it on 1080. It was shot on the phone at 1080p on an iPhone 16 Pro, not the Max. That's just too heavy for me. I'm already older. I ain't trying to get my wrists even more hurting. You know what I mean? So do that for the people that saying shitty. You just don't know shit. But anyways, so now it's fight time. Hey, let's wrap up because we got a lot of content already, and we got a lot of flickas. Everyone is flicking it up, man. It was time to get us, the fighters, in your flicks before we start sweating and getting all out there. So all of us flicked it up, videoed it up. It's time now. Now it's about 1:45. I want to say now it's about 1:30 to 1:45. Elvia gets up there. Shout out to Elvia Cadena. Elvia gets up there. She comes through and, oh man, what a voice. Elvia Cadena's voice is a vibe. It's like, Elvia, I'm going to pay you to sing for hours, like 4 hours, not the gas. Man, you'll get tired probably. You know what I mean? She just has a voice that's, man, sounding like the Sinceres. There you go, the Soldies music. The new youngsters that are bringing back oldies, but now they're calling it Soldies. Oh, speaking of that, I'm going to be on KHDC Radio Bilingüe, okay? This Thursday night on Tony C's oldies show on KHDC. Here's the public announcement. If you want to listen to the show, listen to some oldies, record it, because I'm telling you, Tony C is no joke. No joke. I'm going to be live at either 6 or 7, 1 hour, okay? Either the first half of the show or the second half this Thursday night, downtown. So everyone knows where Radio Bilingüe is. That's the station where they had Wednesday Rec. The oldie shows were always Big D, Ray Salas, Denise. Okay, I'm digressing. But catch me Thursday night, right here on the channel. I'll be right here on Thursday night at 6 or 7. I'll put a thumbnail up. And I'm humbled with that. Imagine loving oldies. Growing up, I used to record the songs on cassette tapes, TDKs. All of those old, especially the rare oldies sessions. Now going over there doing a show, just, he reached out to me. He's like, I like the content, absolutely. And then being hometown is even better. Anyways, so that's big, man. That's like having the mayor on the channel. They're wrapping their hands. I'm in the ring quick because I'm like not wanting to take too long. But again, it should have been me maybe stipulating, hey, we don't need to wrap our hands like it's fucking Margarito Cotto or it's Marquez versus Barrera. But I get it. I get why you're doing it. It's feel good. The hands feel better. I get it. But I'm in the ring. I'm ready to go. Okay, now it's time. Elvia's in there. Loca's in there. I'm in there. At first, I thought, because Cholo only had one hand, the heavyweights were finished first. I'm like, heavyweights, let's go. And the heavyweights entered the ring. Of course, we did the face-offs and all that stuff. You'll get the videos, okay? They're gonna get the 4K GoPro version. But remember, you always have to make sure your resolution on your player it's always defaulted to half of HD. Half. And you motherfuckers are, I don't know. You don't know it. But I'm letting you know that's what it is. Okay. Let's dance. Okay, so me and Cholo, it's time. Ballers Roll was on one side of the ring. Ballers Roll. These guys got like a G in each hand. Okay, they got 1,000 in each hand. And from what I was hearing, again, I'm trying to be in the zone. That's why I was telling people it's going to flow. It's going to be fluid. There's organization to it. Of course there is. There has to be, just like there's security. Just like there's everything, right? Just like there's everything. But I don't want to be bugged and bothered, especially when I'm in the ring. So, yeah, we're live, two, three devices, 1080p, all of them streaming 1080p. 60 frames. We want more resolution. 60 frames. And then the GoPro was for the 4K. But I might downgrade it to 2.7 because if I do that, it won't lose anything. Plus, none of us even have 2.7 on our phones, and 90% of us watch entertainment through our phones. But I'll decide that later. Now let's go. Oh, but Cholo pops up. Boom. Okay, well, wait a second. Heavyweights, my bad. Take 5. Okay, Loca's in the ring. Elvi's in the ring. My bad. Take 5. Cholo's ready. What's going through my head? To be completely honest, yeah, there always is a little bit of nerves. Always, you know, because it's a pelea, man. That thing will end in one shot. Now, I know a lot of people be talking mierda. Yeah, but how are you going to end in one shot? These are all YouTubers, content creators, kick streamers, Twitch streamers, jumping off of couches. Yeah, none of us are pro fighters, but people like the average Joe fights. They like the average Joes because the average Joes don't fake the funk. Anytime you pull it, you see one of my fights on Chicano Tube, that thing's going to be a real pelea. It's never going to be fake. Ain't going to be nothing scripted over here. None of that baloney. Olvida eso. Olvídalo. And so the nerves are always there because, I only sparred twice. And the whole point of sparring is to throw chingazos. Don't let your muscle memory forever forget what a punch feels like, because then it feels that much harder, you know. And it's the punches you don't see coming that hurt you more than anything. Messages helpful review Gabe Trusty. Was runners whack fight real? I ring announced that fight. That was the fight that kind of put me on YouTube. Was a ring announcing Cholo's fight. Some of the best relationships out of that fight was and that was the blessing of that fight was Cholo Trucker, mi hermano. I consider him like a pinchy blood brother. Big Joe Castro, Paul, LA Times, great relationships, man. I met Concrete that day as well. Concrete shot the video. I don't know if you knew this, but Concrete shot that video. I know he's blown up more. He's a comedian now, but he was there. Concrete shot that video live. No, I'm sorry. He was pre-recording it. Yeah, because they sold it. Was it real? Yeah, it was real. It was real. Cholo Trucker had a fractured rib, but I tell you, Cholo Trucker was the one that came after Buzz, was already a monster, but the Cholo Trucker that came after me was even more of a monster. It must have been the shit talking that made him turn it up to like a Doberman, because Cholo Trucker hit Doberman level on me. I mean, go and see the pelea. It was a great pelea. I'll get to it right now, but here we go. We did sing the okay, I told the heavyweight, step out of the ring. Dispensa. Okay, paper towel dispenser. I got to keep it in layman's terms. There's new people to the channel. If you say a word like dispensa, they don't know what you mean. You know what I mean? It's a Chicano word, just so you know. It's a Chicano word. But paper towel, it sounds like paper towel dispenser. Okay, but anyways. Cholo's coming in, boom, and Cholo's deep, man. His team is with him. Coach Art, Coach Dalbert, Coach Art's son is the quarterback at the Pinchi High School. I'm like, damn, I'm impressed with these boys, that have multiple talents. Can do boxing, can do football. I just tell both of those G-Unit twins, the world is yours, mijo. What are you going to do with it? They get up on the ring, and it was Coach Art when they sang the Mexican national anthem that did the salute to the Mexican national anthem. If you don't know what the salute is, you can say what you want, but real Mexicans know the real. Because we're Mexican. The salute is like this. And what you do is you keep it over your heart for the whole song. Don't take your hand down for I'm talking about the Mexican national anthem now. I know some people, I get it, man. Hey, all they're trying to do on the internet is divide us. You haven't gotten that? You got to get the drift. They're trying to divide us by countries. They're trying to divide us by flags. They're trying to divide us by fucking race. They're trying to divide us by, even in the neighborhoods, by sets and neighborhoods, which Snowman has a hell of a story. Maybe he'll tell it. I won't. He knows what I mean. So Coach Art was the first one to do the saluting the Mexican, and I remember, yeah, that's how it's done. Pass. Okay, I hit it for maybe a minute, right? I hit it. Again, I'm loose. I'm limber. All morning I was stretching in the hotel room with leftover molcajete and just vibing the whole day. So again, the nerves are there, but it's like the switch turns on, So sometimes it's the cocky SOB that comes out when the switch turns on. You better have that switch inside of you. Okay, you need to have that, and you need to teach your sons, because they need to learn how to be men when they grow up. Teach them about having that switch inside of them. And the girls, the daughters too. I have 2 daughters. You can't with my daughters. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? You can't with my, and like Chester the chicken would have got his fucking teeth knocked out. Oh, my bad. Yes, Chimuelo el way. He doesn't have teeth. But anyways, so I did it for like a minute. Boom. And then Elvia sings the national anthem, United States of America. Oh, say. Man, that was crazy when they smoked CK. Everyone's calling him CK. All due respect, you know, Charlie. That TikTok that has 100 million likes on it, that his wife posted, was family shots of CK, family shots with that song we used to sing, because we're in the United States. You're not going to sing the pinche canciones in your elementary school. You sang the same songs that I sang. Keep it a buck. Land where my fathers died. Oh, man, that one tore me up, man. The wife posted that with that. Oh, you know, no. No, it wasn't that song. It was another one. No, it was that song. Land where my fathers died. Anyways, Elvia Cadena has a new song called This Is My Land para la gente. Show! I was digressing. Okay, so both songs are done. Cholo's looking limber, man. His hands are loose. He's ready to go. I already know this my brother. I already know it's like, how do you not know your brother? I know that right now he's in one personality until the bell rings. And when that bell rings, because I know my brother. I'm telling you, I know mi hermano, Cholo Trucker. When that bell rings, it's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde now. So, you know, his estilo is like Pitbull Cruz, man. I want to tell you, his fight, if you ever have him in front of him, I messaged him, hermano, I'm glad I wasn't in front of you in your heyday when you had ops, cabron. Because you are a pinche Doberman, okay? He fights like Pitbull Cruz, okay? So, we did 3 rounds. We broke 2 rounds and then came back and we're trying to. I'll get to the trying to finish 5. Okay, I'll get to that. You know what I mean? The comments are a trip too, but I appreciate the comments, man. I'll heart all the comments. They don't matter. My mods though, they don't like it. Maybe my mods don't like the comments and shit. But anyways, so he's like a Doberman, man. As soon as the bell rings, I'm cool. I'm ready to go. Bobby G's in the middle. And shout out to Bobby G. Look at Peachy Bobby G looking fly as hell, man. He comes in a Nike outfit, Jordan shirt, fucking lentes, hat backward. Who else do you want to tell the story of the fight, man? Shout out to Bobby G from Street Post, man. He really did that thing, man. He really shot that whole event. He shot that thing from the beginning of the live. Because I told the guy, I said, hey, the GoPro, you know, just transition from the backdrop and then cut it until the action in the ring, okay, the national anthem. But the live, I said, keep that running. I want the people to see everything. That's why it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, let's go. He comes in, boom. Now, Cholo Trucker style is again Pitbull Cruz, very Pitbull Cruz-esque. It could be a feint sidestep. It could be a feint come in. How will he come in? Usually he will come in below the chest line. Okay. How will he sidestep? Well, he'll sidestep mostly to his left. That means he likes to push off the right foot, right? So, you just have to adjust by 1 round. If you have any kind of experience of rounds, it takes 1 round. Okay, that's why there were 60-second rounds. First of all, we don't want no one to get tired, and we don't want to see the old hood fights in the back of the high school where everyone's just tired, swinging their hands like this in the back of the high school. Ain't no one want to see that. All right. So 60-second rounds, let them catch their breath. It gives you a better show. That means every time and if you got somewhere to be, then go. Just take off. Do what you got to do. But not, come on, you're sitting there in between the boxing fights. They'll do like a 1-hour podcast in between each fight. So don't tell me you don't got the patience to stand there for 3 minutes while we give the men a break. Anyways, um, and so I'm letting the hands go. I'm keeping my hands down. I'm not really too concerned with getting shots up here, because I'm the taller fighter. But if you keep your hands down, it's faster to lift it than it is to lower your hand. It takes more time to do this than it would be for me to already have the rib covered and just go. It's easier. It's more, believe me. But if you don't want to believe me, Google it. I guess don't believe me. So anyway, 60-second rounds. It's at the end of the first. It's a dogfight. It's not. We're not friends. We're not friends. Those 60 seconds with Cholo Trucker, man. Cholo Trucker was throwing leather at me like he was in his heyday prime, walking down the barrio, and the op was in front of him. I was his op. He didn't spare me nothing. And I respect him for that as well. No, my respect for Cholo Trucker went like five levels higher now. Five levels. If it could be measured in levels. Because like I said, that's my blood brother. All right. It was at the end of the first round. I'll just explain it. One combination. Okay. And it wasn't fancy, but it was one combination. That's all it was, right? It was uppercut. Okay, that would be the 5. Uppercut, or some people can count it to 7. I don't know. It just depends how you were taught the punching system, right? 5 or 7. Uppercut. Block, because there's return fire, gente. Don't ever forget. You're not going to throw a chingazo at someone and there's not going to be return fire. At least make it a muscle memory. The best way we learned that is hold a tennis ball. When you tell your coach, I'm tired of holding the tennis ball after 2 hours, yeah, and my whole workout would be 2 hours. But a long time ago, I held the tennis ball for I don't know how many days for 2 hours. That's how I got learned defense. Okay, put your hand up, defense. Or do you want to hold the tennis ball longer? Maybe you need to hold the tennis ball 20 hours before. So anyways, it was a right uppercut. I think Little Mike, shout out to Little Mike in the members only. He shouted that one out. He saw that because being the taller fighter, uppercut is going to be a natural shot for me. It's a natural shot. I'm the taller fighter. An uppercut should be coming out of me like butter. Butter uppercuts, just melting and flowing. Pop, 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 pop. But again, a half-assed training camp, and I'm not saying that as to disrespect anyone, but I ran once a week. I worked out once a week. I sparred twice in 2 months, and still did okay, because I knew we were going to be 1-minute rounds. You know what I mean? Come on, calmate. So at the end of the round, it was uppercut, bam, defense, right hand, bam, defense, and one more right hand. Again, this was the whole combination. The end of the first round of me and Cholo Trucker. Okay, I'm gonna keep the live just maybe about let's do about till 2:20. Okay, we'll keep the live up until 2:20 because I got a 2:30, but I'm down the street from the office. I'm on the south side. I'm on the south side, anyways. All right, uppercut, boom, and I'm not saying it landed clean or whatever. That was the combination, right? The last punch landed, that's for sure, right? Uppercut, boom, right hand, defense, and there was the second right hand because a lot of people will load up, and it was a complete load. Like literally, I looked at it like my coach would be mad that I loaded up that much. My coach would rip me in 100 pieces, cabrones. I loaded up too much because I actually put my jab, I put my left out to kind of like, this is where I'm putting it. O sea, that's a rookie load. That means they can telegraph that punch a mile away. I'm over here saying, here is where I'm going to hit. So I did do that, but I'm just being fair. It doesn't matter. Whatever happened. W's, L's, it was supposed to be for entertainment, right? No one else is doing it on YouTube. But anyways. So Yeah, uppercut, defense, right hand, defense, right hand. It was the second right hand that was the surprise and caught a wide open face and landed flush. I mean, right. I mean, like right here was the target, the chin. The chin was the whole target because if the chin goes, everything's gonna go. So what happened happened. Let's just keep that, all right. The second round happens. I'm getting feedback. People are saying it's still a 10-9. The third round happens. I'm getting feedback. There's people gambling in the Ballers Row. They got 500. They're betting rounds on me and Cholo Trucker. I got 500. They're betting money. You know what I mean? I probably did get like one or two messages on the outcome. You know what I mean? Maybe some people bet some money, huh? But we'll get to the outcome. Second round, they said it was a 10-9. Third round, they said it was another 10-9 again. But maybe they're being biased because they're or I know them. But we only know each other on the internet. So most people are from SoCal. They're from LA. So Cholo Trucker's right there. He's from LA. But since they know it's not about that, Chicano Tube got people on the team. We got people, rooting for Chicano Tube, even though we're in SoCal, because all they ever do is give love. Man, that's my legacy I want to be remembered for. What was that brother, man? That brother was all love right there. That brother was a vibe. He was all love, man. Try to elevate people. That's all. Anyways, so then Snowman and Mile High get in there. Snowman starts, let's fast forward. He lets his hands go, and I'm like, everything Snowman is throwing is a combination. This can't just be street fighting. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no, that's not street fighting. That to flow with combinations, the way Snowman was flowing with combinations, he's been in the gym. Okay, and a little bird said that he was undefeated in the amateurs. Snowman was. And I know some of the pages said Hater World Hitman Snowman. Now one of the pages I just had a comment on there because we had a comment on one of them because they're saying we did amateur fights. We didn't do amateur fights. Amateur fights is put on a helmet. Did anyone have a helmet on? Well, we don't do no amateur fights. So don't get that twisted. What's up, OG? I saw a little of the event you put on because I was so damn busy. Much love and respect for you. Dude, keep up the good work. Content. I know that wasn't easy, but sure did look fun as hell. Hey, OG84, I appreciate you, cabrón. Yeah, but to have people I had people from Salas go, man. I had people from Salinas, my own town, bro, go over there. They've been supporting the shows. They've been there. So I had to show up and show out. But let me fast forward, carnal, because I'm going to cut this by 2:20. And then I got somewhere to be. My bad. Snowman, they start throwing heavy leather. It's like boulders flying. And I'm like, shit, that's why there is weight classes, because that'll punch through someone's chest. Any one of those shots would have knocked the hole right through someone's chest. Shout out to OG. I see you, my boy. Shout out Ace. That's right, Ace. Is that Ace 100? Just a new YouTube name? I appreciate you, cabron. We're not too far. I had people from Bakers. That's where you're at, right, Ace? I had people from Bakers go over there. Shout out to Little Mike. Anyways, they're throwing leather. I can't even call it because Snowman's letting his hands go. Mile High is returning every favor. I mean, he's shot for shot, okay? Mile High, the slicker defense, quick sidestepping out, quick little angles, quick pivots. So it will cause most of the shots to miss. I mean, let's keep it a buck. So that one would have been a hard one to judge. Ace, I need this. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, that's Ace. Okay, that's what's up, man. It's Ace. It's Ace. Shout out to Ace, man, from Bakers. I need that. Again, let's let these things materialize naturally. That's the way they've been doing, I'm hella busy at work, just they dropped the percentage, 0.5% on the interest rates. It went down 0.5% 2 weeks ago. And now my phone doesn't stop blowing up, man, from both buyers and sellers. So that was hard one. Okay, now let's fast forward it. So me and Cholo Trucker get back in the ring. Hey, Cholo, let's do 2 more. And I'm in one of the corners. I'm on the outside, right? Is 2 good with you? Yeah, let's do 2. Cholo's like, whatever. Cholo's like, let's get busy, We just got done punching each other. And we're like, let's just punch each other more, cabrón. Why not? Canelo's fighting tonight, we can't look bad, you know what I mean? Anyways, so me and Cholo go, boom, the 4th round. And man, that round was probably the one that he tagged me the most. He tagged me the most in the 4th round. It could have been the more tired your body gets, the more you're just going to be susceptible to getting hit. You're not as sharp. You're not as slick. It's not the first minute. We took a at least a 6 to 10 minute break because Snowman and them went, I think, 3 rounds. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't even seen it, man. I've been busy. I hit the ground running. Um, so me and him, we get 1 round, boom. And then the fourth, so then the fifth round, okay, this is the one. The fifth round is the one where somewhere in the fifth round, I think it was toward the end of the round, which is, remember, it's only 1 minute. It's not three, it's not two. The round is not 3 minutes. The round is definitely not four. It's definitely not five. We had this planned already. Hey, give them a 3 minute break, but just do 1 minute rounds, man. These guys, I don't want them to gas out and it looks like we're at the fucking ghetto carnival fights in Salinas. They used to always throw fights. They used to always have fights at the carnivals before they put a bunch of gang tasks. And everyone's just punching slow windmills, you know. So it was on the fifth. We're both putting pressure on each other. He is strong. A Cholo Trucker, for me, having more weight on him, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what he weighed. We didn't do weigh-ins, but I'm 180. I'm 180. I've been 180 for like a year, plateaued. Um, I know I got weight. We're putting weight on each other, back and forth. We're putting weight on each other, okay? And on one of those, him, lunging forward, setting up his combinations or whatever he's gonna do, right? Him getting off on me, him getting off on me, right? Um, I was stepping back, and as I'm stepping back, he comes in under the chest line. It was like a tackle, cabrón. Okay, don't get mad, Cholo Truck. No te agüites, carnal. You're my blood brother. I don't wanna, it's not even like that anyways. Cause shit, we pull up. Wait, these other cabrones don't pull up. To me, you're still the baddest Chicano, man. I have way more respect for you now, carnal. Um, on him coming in, he fell on top of me. There's a photo where he's like pancake on top of me, okay, and I'm like this, okay, and it was my right leg. My right leg ended up going like I was stretching the groin, you know what I mean, like on one side, right, like a little. My right leg went to the side, right, and this happened. Ah, shit. Hold on. Hold on. Not bad. All right, and this happened right here. See that? That happened. You see it? Oh, yeah. That happened right here. Anyways, what happened right there? MCL. That's what happened. At the end of the fifth round, MCL happened. Hey, call it what you want. You know what I mean? I like reading the comments. They're interesting. They're entertaining as hell. And then I was because my adrenaline was still pumping, even though I was my ACL is gone, and it will be gone for like 6 weeks. I still was up on the edge of the ring looking at the action, because then Cholo ran it with Mile High, and that was interesting as hell. That looked like a David to Goliath, and still had enough to wrap up the event, wrap up the show, and get on the road, man. Get on the road, man. So shout out to everyone that tuned into this live. Truckers are feeding me, camarada. That's right, man. Hey, where could we see the fight? 40 states. Go to my page, bro. Subscribe right now if you're not. Cabrón, si quieres, güey. Si quieres. We do this shit Chicano estilo, way, but subscribe to my page, and then it's Mexican Independence Day Sparring. You'll see the thumbnail. It's a black thumbnail with just the 4 fighters. No captions on the thumbnail. It's the clean one that I waited for the real fight. And then don't forget, you got to hit the gear button on your player, and you got to make it HD, at least 720. 720 is the basic HD. But when you turn on YouTube, it's going to be 360, because people don't know that YouTube wants you to change your settings to view it. And if you're gonna cast it to the TV, it was shot in 1080, turn it to 1080. So anyways, yeah, that happened, but I'm still up. I'm good. I could put weight on there, so that's a good sign. And then they went in there through chingazos. We still wrapped up the show, took more flicks. It was a vibe. I ate in and out, animal fries with everything. And your boy is just gonna have to walk like a little viejito on the right knee just for a couple of weeks, but it's gonna be all good, man. Shout out to Cholo Trucker, Mile High Hustle, Snowman with the hands, his hermanos, the Fontana car that was there, all of the love. Barrio Los Angeles. Shout out to Barrio Los Angeles, Los Angeles, that was there. Again, Loca, everyone, I appreciate you guys. If you want the whole breakdown of my whole experience with Mexican Independence Day sparring, well, just watch this video one more time. Dang, I wanted to see Tony from Stories Rin. Honestly, I feel like he would have gotten most of you. I'll tell you this, man. He did join a gym for his fight that he has, okay? He did join the gym. That one's up on YouTube as well. Just get a hold of me on IG, way. I'll just send you the links, way. If you're not subscribed, but subscribe to the channel, way. Back me up, cabrón. We're knocking on the door at 15K, way. I'll say, yeah, he took it serious. I'll say this about Tony. He lets his hands go. I will say that. He lets his hands go. Okay, that motherfucker's just not going to stand there. I'll tell you that. If you're going to mess with Tony Stories written from Kern, he'll throw his hands right back to you. And he's a big boy, too. He's about a 250er. So he'll throw his hands back. So, you know, you better have some kind of hands or else you're going to get slept by him. All right, you guys. I'm out. I'll let you guys go. Watch the recap. Have a Feedman week. I'll see you guys. And keep enjoying Mexican Heritage Month. I know. They're calling it Hispanic Heritage Month. But we know what it is. It's Mexican Heritage Month. I'm out.